Well, back with another video. Here's my two snowmobiles. This one here is this one's a little rough. Not gonna lie, this one here is my 1995 Polaris XLT 600 triple. I mean, this thing is a beast, but as you guys can see, it's a little rough. But eventually it can be fixed. I mean, it just takes time. The track's not exactly the best on the track's pretty shot, but nice little tow hitch like an ice shanty or a toboggan or whatever you'd want to use it for. Sled, anything like that. Pull somebody behind it or anything like that. And this one here is, it's a good sled. This one here is my favorite one. This one is a 1996 Polaris Indy 500 twin cylinder. That one right there, she's a beast. I gotta replace the snow flap on it. Other than that, I mean, I'm gonna put also some riders on. I gotta get a new seat cover for it yet, but I haven't done that yet because it's not that big of a deal yet. It's got a better gas cap on it too, so you can tell how much gas, and also has a gas gauge too, but I don't know if that's pretty accurate or not. I'm not really 100% sure on that. And I can also lift the hood and show you guys the motors in them. The triple, like I said, the triple is nothing to speak about. Not gonna lie, the triple is pretty rough. As you can see, the skis are a little bit bent, but I didn't do that. That's the way I purchased it. This one here, this one's a beast. That's my 500. I've done a lot of cleaning to this one. A lot of nice paint jobs on it. It's just dirty from sitting. As you can see, I painted the hood vents red. Ski tips are purple. I can lift the hood and show you guys what the motor looks like and how I did the pennings on the inside of the hood. Here, let me just hop up here real quick and ouch, and lift that hood up for you. I painted the pipe high gloss purple. I painted the belt cover purple. I also painted the airbox lid red. And I had painted the Polaris emblem and the 500 on the cylinder head cover. And I pretty much cleaned it up. Like I said, I got a little bit more work to do to it. It's not fully, I mean, it's ready for winter, but it's not really completely ready like how I want it, like to where I would want it. Like I said, that one, she's a ripper. I also painted the, as you can see, the brake lever handle reservoir cap. I painted that as well. It's got hand warmers. It's got all that good stuff. I just haven't, I mean, the hand warmers and everything all work on it. It's got I got a lot of time into it. A little bit of money into it as well. A lot of stuff I, just had, some of the good stuff I've actually taken off the 600 over here. Kind of using it somewhat as a part sled because I don't really see this sled going on the trails anytime soon. Like I said, eventually I'm going to pick up another triple like this one, just use this one as pretty much as a part sled. Like the snow flap's going to come off this one, off the triple, and go on the 500. I've already put the tail light lens off the 600 on the 500 because the 500 one was cracked when I purchased it. But I also took the gas cap off the triple and put it on the 500 as well because it's got the gas gauge in it, so it actually tells me how much fuel is in there. Which, like I said, that one's the 500's got the gas gauge too, but I'm not 100% sure if that's completely accurate. And the last thing I want to do is get out in the woods and have to run out of gas, and that's not cool. So, but like I said, the flap is a little bit messed up on the 500. The studs, it kind of ate the flap up a little bit, but you know, they're snowmobiles. You know, they're going to take on a little bit of abuse. But you know, they're old. You know, the 96 is the Polaris 500. This one right here is a 95. I'm actually going to take the pull cord handle, the purple one, and actually put it on the 500 because the 500 one's got the standard stock one. And I'd rather just have this one better because this one's got more of the grip, it feels like, to it. So I'm actually going to take that one and actually put it on the 500. I can also lift the hood on the 600 too and show you what the motor looks like on this guy. Like I said, this one's a little bit rough. This one's taking on some abuse. This one's also got that mean sound to it. Like for a 600, it sounds pretty mean when it's running though. I mean, it doesn't run the best right now because the curbs are pretty nasty from it sitting, but it's got that mean sound to it as a triple. But a lot of the parts off this one for temporary will fit on the 500. Not all of them, but most of them will. Like the pull roll ball, that's going to work on the 500. The snow flap will all work. All that'll work. Like the bumper and everything, that'll even fit on the 500 because they're pretty much the same bumpers. Like I actually thought about taking the front bumper off the triple and putting it on the 500 somehow. Maybe like making like a bracket or making something that would universally that would work and fit it. But I just haven't done it yet. But like I said, the triple, that one's pretty rough, but especially on the outside edges. But like I said, the 500 it's a mean sled. It's fast too for a 500. Like it's got power. If you're not holding on, and if you're not used to power on a sled like this, it could throw you off. And I've actually done that myself. Rode actually a bigger sled than my 500 because I wasn't used to the power. I thought, okay, it'd be funny just to go out and and hop on it and just act like a show off on it, but it didn't really work out like I planned. So this one right here is the one I gave to my brother. It's an Arctic Cat ZL 440. Pretty nice little unit. This one, I put a little bit of time into this one myself, but this one my brother wanted, so I gave it to him. So the 500 and stuff, if I had the key, I would fire it up and show you guys how it sounds, but you'll actually see riding videos of that one this winter as well. Because the 500, that one will be ready to rock and roll by, I'd say about mid-November, beginning of December, she'll be ready to rock and roll. I'll already have the snow flap and everything changed by then. I'm going to get new throttle cables for it as a spare because I see the ones on my 500 are a little bit, rusty a little bit. I don't want to be riding, like I said, I don't want something like that to stick wide open on me because that would not be good. That would hurt. And like I said, I would take it off the triple, but the triple, them cables ain't no better, but if it was a single two cylinders, a 2 carb, then yeah, I would take the triple cables, but it's not. This is a triple, so everything's gonna be a little bit different on this one. But they're nice sleds, though. I mean, the 500 is a lot nicer than the XLT because the XLT, like I said, the XLT is rough. Also, another thing that would be cool is if my suspension out of the XLT would fit in the 500 Indy. That would be nice. But I don't think it would unless I bought shims, but I don't think I want to go through that kind of hassle. Because that is a lot of work to tear all something like that apart and have to replace the shock fittings and all that. And that stuff, it's not easy. It's not fun to do neither, so. Like I said, the 500 is in pretty good shape. The 500 ain't got no cracks in the hood or nothing like that. But this one here is the beast. And as you guys can see, it's in pretty good shape other than the seat cover being ripped right there, but it's not that big of a deal because the seat doesn't make the machine run and ride, so. And for what I got it paid for it, I can't really go wrong. So, like I said, that the 500, I have a lot into it. A lot of time and patience into it, a little bit of money into it. It's a good machine. It's been a great, reliable running machine, too, and it's very fast for a 500. Like, you'd be surprised with the kind of power. I was even really surprised at the kind of power it's got. I mean, the XLT, of course, will be faster because it's a triple. That's a bigger engine. It's a 600 triple versus a 500 twin. But the 500 will keep up with the triple. It won't blow it away, but the triple will obviously beat the 500, but the 500, is going to keep up with the triple, apparently. Because the 500s, it's only 100cc smaller, but like I said, if I take good care of them, maintenance them, they'll last for a while. The 500's actually already got the brand new taillight lens on it that came off this one because this one actually had a brand new lens, so I actually took the lens and bulbs out of this one and I actually put them in the 500 for now because they work. So I'm like, well, heck, I'm not going to throw them away because they work. Like, I'm actually going to take the rear bumper off this one, actually repaint it, make it look good, and put it on the 500 with the snow flap. I'm actually thinking about actually extending the bumper on the 500, actually bringing it back a little bit and extending it out to make it look, a little bit better. It'll give it like that look to it, like that meanness look to it. It'll look better. And but yeah, the 500 it's a ripper. The triple would be too if it was ready to go this year, but I didn't see that happening. So I was hoping the triple would have been, but you know what? I can't make things happen. It's just things happen. But that snow flap and everything, this whole bumper actually and the snow flap's probably actually going to go right on the 500. I know the snow flap is for sure. That's definitely going to go on the 500 because the 500 snow flap is actually, it's ripped up and broken. So I'm just going to put the one off the triple on it because the one on the triple is actually a little bit longer and more sturdier too. So. The 500 is a good running sled. Very reliable too. Will you help me get stuff down and get that in there? Sure. Just had to do a little video on the snowmobile. I told him the triple is nothing to speak about. That one's rough.
Piece of crap.
But the 500, that one, I got a feeling that one's going to be a ripper.